public service announcement.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. And for the first time in the last couple of lives, I remembered to start the camera before the actual live started. So hey, one for the good guys. So as you all know, you've seen the thumbnail. Today's about Marcus Williams, newly signed safety from the Saints. Got a nice little bag, and just going to give you some clips about what he brings to the defense that we hadn't had in a long time. And so let me show you this. Let's get started with this. Let me hit this. All right, looking on the board, and I don't know if y'all can see that or not. Let me make it bigger. This is Chuck Clark. And so the interception line is right here where my arrow is. He got two interceptions versus the Rams. One of them was a pick six, and then he got one on a deep ball that he kind of came from the other side of the field and got. But that's not the normal to see Chuck get picks. So I don't want to just limit it to picks. Let's just see passes defended. And we know Chuck plays all areas of the field, so he should have a lot of passes defended. He got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11. He got 12. 12 on the year. So, Chuck Clark's all right, but he really not a free safety. So let's go on to other people that they put back there. This is Deshaun Elliott. So Deshaun Elliott's interception column is right here. He got one versus the Chiefs. No, that's a quarterback hit. I'm sorry. He got one versus the Chargers. A lot of DMPs. And he got one versus the Chargers. That's it. Passes defended. He got two versus the Chargers. And that's it. So, he ain't gave us nothing on the back end back there either. Anthony Levine, which we know he's pretty much a special teams guy. No picks. One pass defended versus Cincinnati. But he was forced in that role. I think people got hurt versus Cincinnati. Then they go with the young buck, Geno Stone. Let's go with Geno Stone. They threw him back there some too. No passes defended. Well, he got one pass defended in the last game versus Pittsburgh and one interception that same game. So, it was obvious on the back end that something needs to be done. Something, I ain't gonna say drastic, but either a young guy needs to step up, whether that be Ardarius Washington or Geno Stone or Brandon Stevens. But the Ravens went another direction. They signed safety Marcus Williams. And let's kind of show you what he does. And let's go back to Earl. Even when we had Earl Thomas, we didn't have the Earl Thomas that Seattle Earl Thomas. Earl Thomas was a smart guy, but he had lost a step. Father Time had got him, so he was a shell of himself. Even though he had it up here, he just didn't physically have that speed burst to go get balls and do things he needed to do. But he still headed up top, so he was able to make plays. Let's go to Marcus Williams. All right. So film wise, look at Marcus right here. He's spot shadowed, and you're gonna see something that Marcus has in common with a certain recently drafted DB. We'll let it run through, then we'll come back and talk about it. Route recognition. Route recognition. What's up, Runix? What's up, Mark? Matter of fact, let me shout you out in the chat box first. Denario, the chef, living legend, Big Unc, Justin, Tweezy, Mark, Runix. Who else we got over here? Ravens roster, Chaz, Brandon, Boucher. But again, you saw the interception. And he's returning that for a nice little chunk of time. I think it was like 53 yards on his return. So let's bag this thing on up. So again, there's Marcus right there. Route recognition. Route recognition. He's just reading Aaron Rodgers' eyes. Getting his drop back, reading Aaron Rodgers' eyes. Reading his eyes. And when Aaron Rodgers' eyes go over here, his hip flips. His hips flip. So let's watch Aaron Rodgers right now. Look at Aaron Rodgers. Still looking at Marcus. Still looking at Marcus. He comes off. Look at Marcus' hips. Instantly. Open up to this side. Open up to this side. So now, whoever this is, I don't know who it is, takes that. Which, now all he got to do is get over top. Aaron thinks he looks him off, but he doesn't. And he overthrows it. Right down top. That's range. Route recognition and range. Ain't actually playing the quarterback's eyes. Really, just playing the quarterback's eyes. Because we all know his initial responsibility is this son gun right there. That's Devontae Adams. That's his initial responsibility. But when he came off of it, because of the bracket, he ain't just let this be his only job. He got into play. Because Aaron's thinking that they bracketing him, he can't be over top of this post that's finna come open. But he saw it, played the QB's eyes, we ain't got it. And the good thing about this is it wasn't a pass defended. It's a daggone turnover, which is what we've been lacking. It's a doggone turnover. And then he got, return yardage, which will help out. So for us, this is almost guaranteed 3 points. For us. You get down there, it should be almost guaranteed 3 points. You'd want to get 7 out of that, but, just being safe. Now you got him down here in the box. And this kind of the stuff that, Chuck would get down here and do this kind of stuff and play in this area. But let's see what Marcus does down here. Now, is a tackle for a loss? No. This is Christian McCaffrey now. This is one of the elite backs in the league. This is Marcus right here. Watch how him read it and make the stop. As I think it was a 2-yard gain. But again, it's better than giving up the touchdown or giving up more than 2. Looking at it in his gap. This cat get washed down. He folds right outside over it. Boom. And look where the contact's made. Don't really give ground. We gave one little hop. So that's probably where the 2-yard gain come from. Christian put that shoulder on him. He gave it one little hop. And it's pretty much solo tackle, even though somebody hit him in the back. But it's still. Look at it from the top. Just going to overplay it. Or play over it, not overplay it. Didn't bite on this because he knew that wasn't his responsibility. Stay disciplined. Because if he had widened out for that, Christian would have hit that thing right there. Contact made on the 5, 6, 7 yard line. The 7 yard line right here, maybe. 5, 6, no, 8 yard line. 8 yard line. And tackle made at about the 7, 6 or 7. And yeah, they probably gave him forward progress, but that really was. See, look at all the forward progress they gave him. He didn't get there. He did not get there. He didn't get that far up that field. See that he didn't get that far up that field. They gave him that. But again, good play other than just playing that deep safety role. Let's go to the next one. All right. Yeah, he did show up today for OTAs. Now back here, and I just threw this in here because simply it's a turnover. Even though it's Hail Mary, you know, some crazy stuff will happen. We'll try to bat the ball down and hit somebody's helmet, then they'll bounce up and catch it. It's just ball skills. Really, I just want to show ball skills. That's all. Just want to show ball skills. As a matter of fact, I think I highlighted the wrong person. Now that I look at it. Did I highlight the wrong person? I think I did. Yeah, I did. I highlighted the wrong person. This is Marcus right here. Not this guy. That's him right there. I highlighted the wrong guy. That's him already in the end zone chilling. It's just simply catching the ball. Safety that catch the ball. Can help in turnovers. You see him spot shadow here. It ain't much to talk about on that other play, so let's go to the next. This is versus the Eagles. I think this is my favorite Marcus play. And if this is the play I'm thinking of, put in the comments. Put in the chat box and in the comment section if you're watching it later. Who does this remind you of? What player does this remind you of? This play. If this is the play, I'll let you know if this is the play or not. Yes, this is the play. Yes, this is it. See him right there? That's Marcus right there. Ball's gonna be thrown down here. What play does that, or who does that remind you of? And it should be fresh on your mind. Should be fresh on your mind. Why? Because I know y'all a little bit behind me. I'm gonna kind of play it again and let y'all see it. That's look at the. No, not Sean Taylor. Somebody that's on the team now. Not Sean Taylor. There it is. Mark got it. Mark got it. Not Ed can do that too. I'm talking about somebody that's on the team now. But Mark has it. Kyle Hamilton. Does this not look like that play from Florida State? Does this not look like that play from Florida State this year? Almost identical. But Kyle caught the ball. The only difference is Kyle caught the ball. So now, let me paint this picture for you. Paint you this picture. You play Marcus Williams, who can cover that. He on the opposite hash now. He on the opposite hash that can cover that. You play Kyle Hamilton that can also do the same. Now you got Juice Man. You got Marlon. They can work. They can afford to maybe be more aggressive underneath. They can afford to be more aggressive underneath because you got guys that can help out for their mistakes or cover up their mistakes. Because if you can stop the run, which I think we will be able to, and you can play a cover two shell with Marcus got that side, Hamilton now this side, and if you want to put Chuck in there as a sub linebacker, so be it, or wherever or if he's not out there at all. But you got guys with range. All those guys I showed you at the beginning of the film, they don't have range. So the whole purpose of this, minus some other things, is range. You got guys on the back end that can erase some stuff if your front end guys or your second level guys make mistakes. Not saying they're gonna do it every time. But you got some guys with range. Deshaun Elliott didn't have range. Earl had some range, but he wasn't the Earl of old. Joker didn't have range, and Chuck didn't have range like this. Even though Chuck was a smart player, I don't want to completely shit on Chuck because he's done some good things for us. But this is outstanding range right here. The anticipation initially to see that, this guy done leaked out, and to go ahead and get on his horse. That's a great play. Let's go to the next one. I got spot shadow right there. This is a great play also. Now let me break down to you why this is a great play. Because when you play cover two, no matter if you condensed or not, he got the flats. He probably got this hook curl area. He got this hook curl area. He got these flats. And this guy right here has deep hash over here. This guy has deep hash over here. But everybody, for the most part, know that. They know. They know that. They know that. So and I forgot about Fuller too, Brandon. Thank you. So this guy here, his responsibility is to not let anybody get out here and funnel everything back to the safety. He got to funnel everything back to the safety. If somebody gets outside of him, that puts him at a disadvantage. Because let me get this off the screen. Let me just go a few frames. All right. He had to funnel that dude inside so he can get over top of him and then make a play either left or right. But if he lets him go outside with like almost a free release and don't help the safety out, now the safety kind of sitting on his hash and got to play the hash to the sideline. So he's talking about making up mistakes for the other people. He finna make up for this guy's mistake. He has to force this dude inside. He cannot let Devontae Smith get outside of him. But he does. And Devontae know what he's doing. Devontae knows he has to get a mandatory outside release, so he know what he's doing. But the fact that this cat let him get outside, that's a problem. So now because he can't really just chase him, because that's his responsibility right here. This cat right here, that's his responsibility. So he can't really chase him. So now our guy, Marcus, is hung out to dry. Because now he got to cover all this and get over to the sideline too. And he knows that. Looking for a hole shot. Cover 2 hole shot. That's what he's trying to do. Because he didn't force him inside. And yes, he catches it. Devontae high points this. He catches it. But the awareness, let me get him out of bounds before he get his feet down. Which he does. And it's a great play to me because he covering up for this dingbat's mistake. Just add to the fact of the range I talked about. Just add to the range. So let's kind of go back a little bit. So if this cat, if he widens out to maybe here, and Devontae tries to run that, and he just backpedal, and makes him go inside, now not only does he have a chance to intercept it, defend it, he got a chance to intercept it now. So he covering up for somebody's mistakes again. Let's go to the next play. Good awareness. All right, right here. Just playing defense without panicking. And says it, man. No, it's zone. He got deep thirds. He must have this flat option. And he must got the middle thirds, I think. So they trying to run a little flood route with him over top, him flat, and then him leaking out in the flats. Right where he needs to be. Don't panic. Don't turn him. You got his hand on him. That's not illegal. Having your hand on him is not illegal. Turning him is illegal. And that's what a lot of people panic right here. They'll turn the guy and then his PI puts his hand on him so he can kind of secure the tackle if he catches it. And reach out there and knock the ball away. A lot of DBs panic in that situation. A lot of them panic. He didn't. And what I like about he looking at the coaches like, man, why y'all trying me? What's going on? Why y'all trying me over here? All right, versus Dallas, I'm sorry. And I pretty much watched this whole Dallas game to see like different things that he do and maybe pick up on some little stuff whereas when you just go to look for certain things. And he do a lot of stuff. He play back here, play down here, play here. He play in a lot of different positions for the Saints. So I'm sure he's going to do some of that same type stuff for us. Again, not panicking. This is CD Lamb now. And despite what you think about him, he's one of the premier receivers in the NFC. So now they're in zone. Everybody's covered in the zones or whatever. But on this scramble situation, now it becomes man on man. Him and CD Lamb. He takes him. That gives him, and thing is, Dak trusts CD because he can go up and make catches on people. So Dak knows he's covered, but he just trusting this guy. He don't panic. Get his hand in there, knock it out. Not panicking is the key. That is the key. Not panicking. And keep in mind, you got Lattimore here, and you got they got another decent corner too. So he can kind of do some of these same things with us because we looking at Juice Man and Marlowe and Fuller. So he can kind of do some of these same things too. I like this one too. Now, even though he cut it back, watch him come downhill and run this alley. Even though Paula, Zeke, whoever this is, cut it back, watch him come downhill and run this alley. See the run coming? He's the alley player. I'm gonna get to my spot. DeMario just did a great job of making him cut back. DeMario Davis, this is a heck of a linebacker right here. I would love to have this cat on any team I work with or play for or anything. That's a heck of a linebacker. Then just run the alley. Now this is my second favorite play of the whole film, and the film's almost over. What's up, Charlie? This is my second favorite play. Being able to play man, on these tight ends or running backs out the backfield, and they try to do this quick stuff. Watch. Look at the sticks. It's third and 1, 2, 3. They run little pick stuff, trying to get a guy in the flats real quick. All over it. All over it. And not only does he get the tackle, he's trying to get that daggone ball out. He's trying to get that ball out. Look at him. Watch him. Rip. He ripped in, trying to get the incompletion. Ripping again, trying to rip it out. Now just let me get him down. Fourth down. So, there's talk, and I saw, I don't know where I saw it at. Look for the right button. I don't know where I saw that the Ravens potentially could have the best secondary in the AFC or in the NFL. Thing is, that's potential. And I think somebody put it in the, I think Boucher got it right there in the chat box. Wait till they really jail. So now you're looking at Hamilton. You're looking at, for now, Chuck Clark. And I really hope Chuck stays. I really do. Looking at Marcus Williams. You're looking at Fuller. Looking at Marlowe. You're looking at Juice Man. You're looking at, I think Stevens is now a corner, a full-time corner. Maybe probably do some if somebody get hurt or something like that. You got some guys back there that really should not be giving up a lot. So it really should be a lot of this in passing situations when it comes to Baltimore. So this is my 2 cents on Marcus. I really like the pickup. Great addition. He has some really good highlight films out there too. Keep in mind, he's a long way from what happened to him his rookie year in Minnesota. And I don't know if you remember or not, but that playoff game where the Saints, when Stephon Diggs caught that last second ball and the dude missed the tackle, that was Marcus Williams. But he's a not that kid anymore. He's accepted that, moved on, grown from it, and got the bag, man. And now he's a member of the Ravens. So we got potentially one of the better secondaries back there, which should help out the offense and should help out the front seven. Because if they can get some pass rush, it's gonna be hell to pay in the AFC for. So this is my 2 cents, man. You could have been anywhere in the world. Hey, everybody in the chat box, Ant is a Titans fan. Anthony Hayes, right there, y'all see him as a Titans fan. Get him. He's a friend of mine, but get him. He's a Titans fan. He always over here starting mess, and y'all, man. So let's talk about Titans. And since you're here, Anthony, y'all lost AJ Brown. Who y'all gonna throw it to? Me? Tannehill was already a suspect. Who y'all gonna throw the ball to? It's crazy stuff. But again, y'all could have been anywhere in the world, but y'all chose to be here with me. And I'm gonna mess around in the chat box for a minute, but for the most part, I'm out. Peace, y'all. Thank you, Living Legend. Appreciate it. We haven't had a good safety since Ed Reed. Now we got, I agree, Charles. We don't have Ed Reed, but we got 2 guys that are decent. Definitely got 2 guys that are decent. Let's see. Seen a super chat, Yahoo messing up. We'll do a video on how McDonald's. Yeah, I gotta, cause I don't want to. In order for me to do a real breakdown of McDonald's, what he don't do, I gotta watch all the Michigan games. I don't really want to know if I want to watch all the Michigan games. That's why I really hadn't done a thing on McDonald's. Cause I got, in order to be fair, I would have to go back and watch the whole Michigan season and kind of study it like that. And I don't know if I want to do that. I honestly don't know if I want to do that. Tell him again, Boucher. No problem, Steve. I enjoy doing it.